Fear is an intrinsic part of being human, hardwired into our biology as a mechanism to keep us safe. At its best, fear acts as a protector, urging us to steer clear of harm and alerting us to danger. However, fear can also evolve into something far more insidious. It can paralyze us, trapping us in cycles of overthinking and avoidance. When fear takes control, it holds us back from pursuing opportunities, embracing challenges, and stepping outside our comfort zones. It becomes the invisible wall between us and the life we aspire to lead. In this video, we delve into the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that equips us with practical tools to understand, confront, and conquer our fears. Through the Stoic lens, you'll learn how to distinguish between rational concerns and exaggerated anxieties, empowering you to break free from fear's grip. By applying these time-tested principles, you can regain control, achieve your goals, and unlock a richer, more fulfilling life unclouded by unnecessary apprehension. What is fear and why it matters? Fear is one of the most fundamental emotions hardwired into the human brain, designed to ensure survival in the face of danger. At its core, fear triggers the body's fight or flight response, preparing us to either confront a threat or escape it. This mechanism dates back to our earliest ancestors, who relied on fear to detect and respond to life-threatening situations, like predators lurking nearby or sudden environmental hazards. For instance, the rush of adrenaline when encountering a dangerous animal heightened their senses, enabling quicker reactions and better chances of survival. In modern life, while we may no longer face the same physical dangers, fear still acts as a guardian. It motivates us to avoid risky behaviors, prepares us for challenges, and keeps us alert in potentially harmful situations. However, this natural response can sometimes become disproportionate, leading to paralyzing anxiety or irrational avoidance of perceived threats. Recognizing fear as a survival tool helps us understand its purpose and gives us the clarity to manage it when it becomes excessive or misdirected. Fear, at its core, is a survival instinct deeply embedded in our biology, designed to protect us from harm. Imagine our ancestors living in the wild, surrounded by predators and unpredictable dangers. Fear would alert them to the presence of a lion lurking in the grass or a steep cliff edge ahead, triggering the fight or flight response. This physiological reaction, with its rush of adrenaline and heightened senses, prepares the body to either confront the threat or escape it. Even in modern life, fear serves a valuable purpose. It motivates us to take precautions, like locking our doors at night, avoiding reckless driving, or preparing thoroughly for an important presentation to avoid failure. In this way, fear acts as a guardian, steering us away from danger and encouraging us to act responsibly. However, it is crucial to distinguish between productive fear that keeps us safe and excessive fear that hinders us. When we learn to harness fear as a tool rather than letting it dominate our lives, it can become a powerful motivator, helping us make better decisions and navigate challenges effectively. Excessive fear, though initially designed to protect us, often becomes a self-imposed prison that limits our potential. When fear dominates our thoughts, it triggers a cascade of avoidance behaviors, turning opportunities into perceived threats and dreams into distant impossibilities. For instance, the fear of failure can prevent someone from starting a new project, applying for their dream job, or pursuing a meaningful relationship. Instead of safeguarding us, excessive fear narrows our world, keeping us within the confines of what feels safe. This emotional paralysis can lead to regret, as the very things we avoid in fear are often the ones that bring fulfillment and growth. Over time, excessive fear not only stifles our actions but also erodes our confidence, feeding a vicious cycle where the fear of trying becomes greater than the potential reward of success. Recognizing and challenging this cycle is essential to reclaiming a life that is rich, vibrant, and aligned with our true potential. The Stoic perspective on fear. Stoicism offers a profound insight into the nature of fear, teaching us that our fears often originate not from the events themselves, but from the judgments and interpretations we attach to those events. Imagine standing before a crowd to give a speech. The act of speaking isn't inherently terrifying. It's our internal dialogue that fuels the fear. What if I mess up? What will they think of me? According to Stoic philosophy, this fear stems from our subjective interpretation that failure or judgment is catastrophic. In reality, the event is neutral. It is neither good nor bad until we label it as such. By recognizing this, we can start to question the validity of our fears. Are they based on reality, or are they distorted by our assumptions and overthinking? The Stoics remind us that we have the power to control our reactions, even if we cannot control the events themselves. This shift in perspective liberates us, transforming fear into a manageable emotion rather than an overwhelming force. Fear, like all emotions, arises from our perceptions and judgments about the situations we face. Understanding this is the first step toward mastering our reactions to it. The Stoics teach us that emotions don't come from the events themselves, but from how we interpret those events. For example, consider standing on the edge of a cliff. One person might feel exhilaration, seeing the beauty of the view and embracing the thrill. Another might feel paralyzed by fear, imagining a fall and certain doom. The event, the cliff, is the same, but the reactions differ because of individual interpretations. This understanding empowers us. If our emotions stem from our judgments, then changing those judgments can change how we feel. By pausing to examine our fears and asking questions like, is this fear based on reality, or is it my imagination running wild? We can detach from the intensity of the emotion. This detachment doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing fear. Instead, it means observing it with clarity and reason. When we understand fear for what it is, a mental construct often inflated by our thoughts, we reclaim the ability to respond calmly and wisely, rather than react impulsively. By practicing Stoic principles, we gain the ability to view fear not as an insurmountable obstacle, but as a signal to examine our thoughts and reactions. Fear, according to Stoicism, often stems from our judgments rather than the events themselves. When we pause to question these judgments, we create space to replace irrational thoughts with reason and logic. For instance, consider the fear of failure. It's not the act of failing that paralyzes us, but the meaning we attach to it: embarrassment, loss of reputation, or disappointment. Stoic practices like self-reflection and rational examination help us challenge these assumptions. Is failure truly the end, or is it an opportunity to learn and grow? When we replace fear with reason, we shift our perspective. Challenges become opportunities, setbacks transform into lessons, and we reclaim control over our emotions. This process doesn't happen overnight, but through consistent practice, fear's grip weakens, and we learn to navigate life with clarity and confidence. Practical tools to overcome fear. Cognitive reframing. Fear often thrives on uncertainty and exaggeration, magnifying situations into something far worse than they truly are. To overcome this, start by examining the evidence for your fears. Are they rooted in reality, or are they assumptions and what-ifs that have spiraled out of control? Take public speaking, for example, one of the most common fears. If you're worried about forgetting a line during a presentation, ask yourself, what's the worst that could realistically happen? Will the audience boo you off the stage? Will it ruin your career? Most likely, the worst-case scenario is a moment of awkwardness, followed by a quick recovery. When you break down fears in this way, their power diminishes. The next step is reframing those fears with logic. Instead of thinking, if I mess up, I'll look incompetent, reframe it as, this is an opportunity to improve my skills and grow. This shift in perspective doesn't just ease your anxiety, it empowers you. By treating challenges as stepping stones rather than threats, you can approach them with confidence and clarity. Fear, when reframed, becomes a motivator rather than a barrier. Exposure therapy. The Stoics believe that the key to overcoming fear lies in confronting it head-on, rather than avoiding it. This concept is rooted in the idea that running away from our fears only strengthens their grip on us. By facing challenges directly, we learn that fear often has less power over us than we believe. A powerful technique advocated by Stoics is gradual exposure, taking small, manageable steps toward confronting what frightens us. For example, if you're afraid of heights, instead of jumping straight into an overwhelming situation, start with something less intimidating, like standing on a low balcony. As you grow more comfortable, you can gradually increase the height, each time pushing your comfort zone just a little bit more. This incremental approach helps to desensitize your mind, proving that fear often dissipates once we face it. With each successful step, we gain confidence, and fear loses its power, showing us that we are far stronger and more capable than we initially thought. Visualization and mental rehearsal. One of the most powerful tools for overcoming fear is visualization. Take a moment, close your eyes, and picture yourself successfully confronting the very thing you fear. Imagine yourself standing in front of an audience, delivering that presentation with confidence, your words flowing smoothly, and your audience engaged. Visualize yourself scaling that mountain, each step taken with certainty and calm, the fear melting away with each higher elevation. Or picture yourself having that tough conversation with grace, remaining composed even when emotions run high. The key here is to see yourself not as someone who is afraid, but as someone who handles the situation with poise and strength. When you rehearse these successful outcomes in your mind, you're not just daydreaming. You're training your brain to believe that success is possible. This mental rehearsal creates a powerful psychological blueprint, so when the moment arrives, you're already mentally prepared. By visualizing success, you start to diminish the power of fear, replacing it with a sense of control and readiness, ultimately setting the stage for real-world success. Living a life free from fear. Stoicism offers a powerful framework for overcoming fear by shifting our focus from external events to our internal responses. The core of Stoic philosophy teaches that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can control how we interpret and react to those events. This mindset is crucial when facing fear, as it helps us separate our emotional reactions from the actual situation at hand. For example, when we encounter a challenge or fear-inducing event, Stoics encourage us to ask ourselves, is this within my control? If the answer is no, then the Stoic response is to accept it with calm and equanimity, focusing only on how we respond. By practicing this, we reduce the power fear has over us, allowing us to approach life with a sense of peace and resilience. Furthermore, Stoicism encourages us to embrace discomfort and adversity as opportunities for growth rather than threats to our well-being. In doing so, we not only overcome fear but also build a more fulfilling life, one where we are less constrained by worry and more empowered to pursue our goals with purpose and clarity. By cultivating self-awareness and practicing Stoic principles, you gain the ability to break free from the shackles of fear. Self-awareness is the first step in recognizing when fear is influencing your thoughts and actions. It allows you to identify irrational fears and understand their origin, helping you to separate what's within your control from what's not. The Stoic practice of reflecting on your emotions and thoughts encourages you to observe them without judgment, providing clarity. Once you understand the root of your fears, Stoic principles like the dichotomy of control become powerful tools. The Stoics teach that we can only control our responses, not external events or outcomes. By focusing on this, you learn to detach from the fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown, and instead, embrace each challenge as an opportunity for growth. Practicing virtues such as courage, wisdom, and resilience further strengthens your mindset, allowing you to face life's uncertainties with composure. With consistent practice, you train yourself to live in alignment with your values, no longer letting fear dictate your decisions, and instead, taking deliberate action toward your goals. Embracing challenges as opportunities for growth and resilience is one of the most powerful ways to transform fear into a catalyst for personal development. In life, obstacles are inevitable, but how we respond to them shapes our future. When you view challenges not as threats but as opportunities to learn and evolve, you shift your mindset from one of avoidance to one of empowerment. Stoicism teaches that hardships are not punishments, but exercises in strengthening your character and expanding your abilities. Each time you face a difficult situation, whether it's a tough project at work, a personal struggle, or a setback in your goals, you have the chance to develop greater resilience and wisdom. This process builds mental toughness, allowing you to bounce back stronger and more capable than before. Moreover, aligning your actions with your core values during times of difficulty ensures that you are not merely reacting to circumstances, but actively shaping your life in a way that reflects who you truly are. By staying grounded in your values, you create a life that is not only free from fear, but also rich with purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. Call to action. Fear is something we all experience, and sharing our personal stories can be a powerful way to connect and learn from each other. I'd love to hear about the specific fears you've faced in your own life and how you've overcome them. Maybe it's the fear of failure that held you back from starting a new project, or the fear of rejection that stopped you from pursuing a relationship. Whatever it is, your experiences can offer valuable insights and encouragement to others who are struggling with similar fears. Sharing how you use Stoic principles, practical strategies like cognitive reframing or exposure therapy, or even just your own resilience, can inspire others on their journey of personal growth. So, don't hesitate. Drop a comment below and let's start a conversation about how we can all move forward, stronger and more fearless. To continue your journey of self-improvement, it's essential to dive deeper into Stoic philosophy, as it offers timeless wisdom that can transform your approach to life's challenges. Stoicism teaches us that our inner peace and well-being depend on our ability to control our thoughts, actions, and responses, not external events. By exploring Stoic principles like the dichotomy of control, where you distinguish between what you can and cannot control, you begin to free yourself from unnecessary stress and anxiety. The more you practice Stoicism, the better equipped you'll be to handle life's inevitable ups and downs with calm and resilience. Additionally, key Stoic figures like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus provide valuable lessons on how to cultivate virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, which lead to a fulfilling, purpose-driven life. As you embrace Stoic teachings, you'll develop a deeper sense of self-awareness, allowing you to respond thoughtfully to difficulties, grow from adversity, and create lasting change in your life. Keep exploring Stoic philosophy. It's a powerful tool that will guide you to become the best version of yourself. If you're serious about transforming your life and reaching your full potential, Subscribing to the Quotes and Relax 95 channel is the first step towards a continuous journey of personal growth and well-being. By subscribing, you'll gain access to a wealth of videos that dive deep into timeless Stoic philosophy and modern self-improvement strategies. From mastering your emotions and building resilience, to improving relationships and conquering life's challenges, our content is designed to empower you with practical tools that you can apply every day. Each video is created with the intention of helping you grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, offering actionable insights that you can use to live a more fulfilling, purpose-driven life. So hit that subscribe button and join a community of like-minded individuals committed to personal evolution and lifelong well-being. Let's unlock your potential together.